In this video, I'm going to debunk the propaganda that is anointing Alex Pereira to the status that he really doesn't belong in terms of all-time greats. And I like Alex Pereira. Let me get that out of the way. I understand the appeal. Shama, left hook to the fucking chin, and now you're knocked out unconscious. I understand the appeal. But guys, Jamal Hill, Yuri Prochazka twice. Guys, the light heavyweight division after John Jones left was a mess. It was a shell of itself. It was not the same light heavyweight division that John Jones came up in. It wasn't the glamour division anymore. It wasn't Lyoto Machida, Rampage Jackson, Shogun Rua, Chuck Liddell, Rashad Evans. It wasn't all these legends. It was just some guys banging it out. Yuri's gimmick is a fucking ponytail on the top of his head, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, these aren't all-time great guys that he's beating. Jamal Hill may have won a UFC title, and that's great. But I promise you, he will be lost in the history books, as will Yuri Prochazka. And, you know, it is what it is. To act like this guy is out here beating the who's who of, oh my god, look at the resume of Pereira. His best wins are at middleweight against Sean Strickland and Israel Adesanya, who Israel got the win back. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Does Alex Pereira have potential? Hold on, there's an ant. Let me crush this ant real quick. Does Alex Pereira... Yeah, he's out of here. That boy out of here. Yeah. Does Alex Pereira have potential to be an all-time great? Yes. Yes, he does. But just because he fights for a title really fast, because, hey, Dana. Yeah, what's going on? Listen, we found the guy that beat Israel Adesanya back in kickboxing. Let's sign him to the UFC and see how it goes. All right, sounds good. And they fast-tracked him. They said, all right, this is a fight that makes sense. He's winning. He just knocked out Sean Strickland. Only 3 fights into the UFC. Let's give him a title shot. Sure, why not? And he won. And, yeah, you know, it's a stylistic matchup that works. But in no way does what Alex Pereira's done stack up next to, let's just see here. It doesn't stack up next to George St. Pierre. It doesn't stack up next to Anderson Silva. It doesn't stack up next to Demetrius Johnson. It doesn't stack up to any of these guys. Demetrius and Anderson aren't on this list because they were the champion beaten challengers. This is wins against current champions, so they wouldn't even be on this list. But you get what I'm trying to say here, guys. Excuse me, that was a little burpy burp. But, yeah, man, this is just... He's a good fighter. He's a really great kickboxer. He's a really good striker. Really great striker. Dangerous, devastating power. Versatile with the knees, the kicks. He can knock you out with a head kick or with a left hook. It don't matter. If he hits you, he hurts you. And you need to be aware of that. So with that said, you know, this guy's being anointed too quickly to an all-time great status that I feel he has not earned. Truthfully. And it's because he's very popular. He's a very popular guy. People love it. Shaman. People love it. And, you know, I don't know. I think it's cool, but to me, it's like, okay, he beat Jamal Hill. Like, I don't think much of Jamal Hill, guys. I don't know if I'm in the minority here, but I don't think much of Jamal Hill. I really don't. I don't think much of Yuri Prochazka. I don't think of these guys as top 10 light heavyweights of all time. They're not. They're not, like, I wanted to say they're not top 15 light heavyweights of all time, but, like, I'm taking Rumble Johnson versus either of those guys, and Rumble Johnson never had the title, you know? I'm taking Daniel Cormier over both of them. I'm taking John Jones, obviously. I'm taking Dan Henderson in his prime over both of them. I'm taking Shogun in his prime. I'm taking Lyoto. I'm taking Rampage Jackson. I'm taking Rashad Evans. I'm taking all these guys over Yuri Prochazka. I'm taking Chuck Liddell. I'm taking Tito, bro. I'm taking all of these guys over Yuri Prochazka and Jamal Hill. I'm even taking Glover Teixeira, who lost to both of those guys, because truth is, Glover Teixeira, in my opinion, if you take Glover in his prime, right? I understand he won the title late in his career, so how could you say that wasn't his prime? In his true physical prime, 36 years old, 34, when he first started getting into the UFC, when he first fought John Jones, right? That version of Glover Teixeira, he beats these guys. He beats these guys. That's my opinion. And also, I'll throw in Alexander Gustafsson. He never had the title, but I'm taking Gustafsson over a Jamal Hill, over a Yuri Prochazka. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm tripping. Let me know in the comment section if I'm tripping. I'll disagree and I'll debate with you. But I just don't think much of those two. And I think to make it like, oh my God, Alex beat one of the greatest in Yuri. He beat one of the greatest in Jamal Hill. No, bro, no. I just don't see it that way. So that's my take on it. I think Alex has potential to be an all-time great, but people need to slow their roll and see how things develop, you know? And I don't think accomplishments by themselves is better or worth more than prolonged success. George St. Pierre ran the welterweight division for many years. Anderson Silva ran the middleweight division for many years. Same thing with Demetrius Johnson and flyweight, etc., etc. Many years of contender after contender after contender after contender after contender, and let's just throw in another contender in there and another one after that. Okay? Prolonged success is worth more to me than just, okay, he won the title because we fast-tracked him, and that's the thing. So I think there's a lot of hype behind this guy, and I think it's well-deserved. I think he's probably the greatest striker the UFC's ever seen. But with that said, you know, he's gotten a lot of favorable matchups, too, because that's just who's in front of him. It's just, you know, the light heavyweight division has a lot of brawlers and strikers and people that want to bang it out. So it is what it is. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, whether you agree and disagree. It doesn't matter. Just join the discussion, follow for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated. I think that was it. Yeah. Add a wink. I don't know what to do at the end.